Welcome to Crew Call with the Scooters, and we have a extremely special guest today. Somebody I have loved since the moment she entered the world, and even before that. I call her K-Bear, but her name is Kirsten Rachel Haddix, and she is with us today. She's my niece, my beautiful sister's eldest daughter, and she continuously makes me beyond proud as a Penn State University oboe major. She also plays like 4,000 other instruments, and maybe we'll get you to play something here at the end. I don't know. I know you're making reeds and doing all that, but so first of all, thank you for being with us.
Yes. Oh my gosh, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
So today, let's talk about, so you're at Penn State, you're a sophomore, going to be a junior.
Oh gosh.
That's crazy.
Honest to Pete, I can't even believe it. So you're at school and you start seeing all of this, all of the news, and you're hearing stuff. What's going through your head at that time, and what was the school doing?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I remember this day. So it was the day actually I was supposed to go home, and people are talking about, oh, you know, this and that, whatever, they're closing schools. I kept hearing Washington. They're closing schools down in Washington. And I had a friend that lived in Washington for my school, and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, that's not safe if she goes back home, because we're all going home. And
was that for spring break? Is that why you were going home for spring break?
Yeah, this was right before we were going home. So we went home for spring break the first week of March, which was,
okay.
Oh yeah. So we didn't even think, in my head, didn't even understand how bad it was or how bad it was going to be. I thought I was definitely coming back. So, and I remember being at lunch with my friends for the last time, and we spent the entire day together. We wanted to spend the entire day together, and now we're talking about it, thinking, thank goodness we did that. But we're sitting at lunch, and I joked, and I go, oh, you know, we might not come back. And then everyone laughed. And I was thinking, I joked. I did not even think it was even a possibility. And I packed my stuff for 1 week, and I, went home, and a lot of my stuff is still there. And then, yeah.
That's crazy.
So when do you have to do you have to go back out and go get it? Or are you even allowed on campus right now?
So a lot of schools had a good sense of getting kids back up, and Penn State didn't. They had, whenever we called off they called off 2 weeks, and then they called off the semester. Whenever they called off 2 weeks, they said, okay, Friday and Monday, you guys can go and get your stuff. It was this one Friday, one Monday, but I have a dad that works, and that didn't make sense for us to go back, and I wouldn't have had help if I drove there myself. So I just was like, whatever, I have clothes at home, I can last 2 weeks, and then they canceled the semester. So, but it's so dangerous now because they have, I think, 2 Penn State kids got it, and one on campus got it. That was stuck on campus during spring break, and I think they might still be there. So it's really unsafe to go on campus. So as of right now, they called off campus until May something. So I can't get my stuff until May.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I want to get into the NASA internship a little bit, because I know Courtney's dying to.
We'll have a whole discussion on that.
But I want to first, so you're a performance, am I saying that right? Performance major for oboe.
Yeah.
And so you spend a ton of time, not only just in classes and doing your job as PSU's music schools, part of the social media team, but then you spend a ton of time in studios just practicing. I mean, you're practicing all the time. So how are you being taught? Like, you come home and then what? You're online? Like, how does that work?
It's definitely a hit and a big sense of anxiety for so many performance majors, because this is not ideal for anyone to be at home, and it's almost impossible to be a music major at home because we're stripped of all of our performances for the rest of the semester. I can't perform with symphonic wind ensemble. Our Philharmonic concert's canceled, and that was really hard. So doing lessons on FaceTime is probably nothing I would expect myself to be in. And on top of that, being an oboe major, we have to make reads all the time. So I have read class, right, once a week.
Okay.
And we try to do that. And it basically consists of us just going, oh, I made this, you can't see our hands. And we're like, can you see it? Like, and we have to hold a light up to it. It's not ideal. And I miss that sense of interaction that we have at school. Just being a, performance major, me and my professor have been going back with, how can we make this work the best? There's this program called Smart Music that a lot of musicians are familiar with, especially now. And it basically, you can play your instrument, and they have a ton of music on there that you can select, and you can play along with it, and you can select it to follow you, which is really cool. And that's helped me a little bit. Definitely something new. And we've also been trying to, we're going to try YouTube this week. I'm going to upload my practice to YouTube, and my professor's going to watch it, and maybe the sound will be a little bit better for him to understand where I am. So, yeah.
Are there classes with like all the students on it when you do these performances, or is it just the one-on-one?
Which performance, sorry?
Or just like any of your classes? Is it full classes that you're doing, or is it just one-on-one with you and your professor?
So my lessons are one-on-one with me and my professor, like it usually is once a week. We have an hour lesson as a performance major.
Okay.
And my ensembles, we meet to talk and just hang out. It's kind of awful. I mean, it's not for everyone, but it's awful. Just, we were working on this beautiful Hindemith Symphony with Symphonic Wind Ensemble right before we went home, and it sounded amazing. And I love him to death. My favorite person, Dennis Glocky, he's retiring, and he's our wind ensemble director. So I was upset for him whenever we canceled. Yeah, that was rough.
Do you think, I know it's awful because you're not able to perform, but to still have that connection where you guys are still talking and stuff like that, is that helpful? Do you think that some of those tools have been helpful to alleviate some of the anxiety, or no?
Yeah, I like seeing everyone. I don't know why. Even my music history class that has, the entire class in it, just going on and seeing everyone's faces. It sounds so stupid, but it's nice,
Yeah.
And then the entire time we're all texting each other, oh, look at so-and-so.
Yeah.
Snapchat me in class, it's obvious, stuff like that. It's funny. And definitely personal life is a lot different now.
Yeah.
You feel introverted, but at the same time, I love my friends to death. They're all, we're trying to make times to talk every day. We have to keep that up. It's hard, especially whenever my friends that I love to death from home, I can't see them.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's hard to see them, so it's hard. Yeah.
So talking about performance, how are you practicing? I mean, you do have a football player and a golfer in your house, along with mom and dad, and mom's a teacher, so she's online all day. So how are you just able to sequester yourself in your room and just practice? And how long are you practicing during the day?
Yeah, so I usually do just stay in my room. It's the most useful. It's hard having two brothers. I hear him right now, but literally, they're super active. But my brothers are out of house a lot too. I just have to be. The only thing that affects me is that I can't be, blowing on my oboe whenever my dad's in a work call or my mom's trying to talk to her kids. So I wait until sometime in the afternoon. I usually check with them. This is a problem my friends are having too. I have friends that can't even practice. They have my one friend, she can only practice in her car, and I feel really bad.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
That's hard. And so a lot of people are taking a hit. My friends that are in piano classes that don't have pianos, they're, they can't do anything. So it's hard. A lot of people don't have the space or the resources, or family gets in the way. It's really hard. So, yeah.
How's the communication been from Penn State, either like the music school or just overall the university?
It's been okay. It's stressful for everyone, especially the school music board. I know they've been super stressed out. And, being on the marketing team, I've learned how to handle a crisis situation. I'm still learning a lot from this. But, getting the warning email from my supervisor saying this might happen tomorrow, be ready, don't post anything about events, hold off on it. and then being ready for that, and then that initial announcement, and then getting my phone flooded that first day. I remember whenever we canceled 2 weeks, my phone was flooded with messages, and I had, my friends that I love to death were texting me like crazy, but I had to put that off to, answer my work texts and talk to my supervisors to tell me what to do. But and no matter what you do on social media with canceling events and stuff, I had to understand that people were going to react in a major way, which kind of, it was hard because it sucks, going on and canceling things, but I had to understand, people are going to freak out and post about it. It was just something that I was kind of surprised by, but yeah, it was hard, and also all that work that I did for my branding, my marketing, I had to, go on my socials and delete it, all those hours of work, and it's so bittersweet. Yeah, it's hard.
For all of the upcoming events and things that you had already pre-planned, being a good a production scooter, she's already in the mode.
I love it.
I think it is always really overwhelming. Even it doesn't matter where you are in your career, it's always really overwhelming to watch somebody's reaction. Like, this is happening to all of us, and you're so concerned just about you. And I think that's a hard thing. It's good that you're learning it now, because then you kind of balance and are expecting the flare-ups on the other side, so you can kind of mentally center,
prepare for it,
spiritually center to prepare for it, so you're not.
I agree. It was a big learning experience on my part, for sure. The first time we canceled 2 weeks, I was very shocked with how people reacted, just seeing, screenshots of people posting what I canceled, not really knowing it was me, but just knowing that knowing that it was me, I was, I felt kind of bad and kind of,
yeah,
I was told, and then the second time I was more prepared, for the semester, but it was awful,
You're getting a great education. I mean, I think the one thing about being at a really large university like Penn State and having just the global resources that they have, but you're so involved not only in the music school, but then in the business school too, with social media and marketing and doing all of that. I think you're getting such a huge education in terms of, I wish I had that, I think that's so incredible. So let's not stay on that. I know that Courtney's dying to ask about the most important thing in the world to her, which is NASA.
I was living vicariously through you.
Oh, she totally was. She was like, "What is this?" So you get an internship with NASA, and I'm not saying that you weren't fully involved in like space station observations. I'm not saying that you were not.
But in my mind, you are. Just
a scientist at heart. But I mean, your love is all things marketing and also music, and you have such a sense of eclectic loves, which I love and appreciate. So how did you get the NASA intern? Like, how does that happen?
So
seriously, can I get one still?
Yeah, it's just so fun. So I was on Twitter, and arts entrepreneurship is my minor, and I'm probably pursuing more, accreditation in the business field in the future. So marketing is a big part of my life, and I try to balance both aspects so much and take every opportunity I can. That's something I love to do. So I was on Twitter, and NASA posted, we're having, do you like this? It said, I don't know, do you like marketing? And I was like, yeah. And then they go, do you like space? And I was reading, and I go, yeah. And they go, do you want to apply for this? And I go, and I was joking with my friend, because I was at the library with my friend. And I was sitting here, oh, haha, what if I applied for this? So funny, I'm an Oboe performance major. And she goes, no, apply. Are you kidding me? And I was reading it, and I looked up the credentials, and I clicked on it, and I looked at it and just thought, oh my gosh, I fit everything. That's so weird. So I talked to my supervisor, and she goes, Kirsten, you better apply, do it, whatever.
Wow.
So I was just joking, literally not even thinking, because I typed in, I'm an Oboe performance major, But
I love it.
Along with that, I do a lot of other social media work. So I did it, whatever. And then they emailed me a few days later, and they go, oh my gosh, do you want to join? Please let us know in a couple days, so we know that we can save your spot. And I freaked out. and it's not technically an internship, by the way. It's just
Okay.
a social media team position.
Okay.
But it's a lot of experience, and I love it to death. And I got to go, so it was pretty awesome.
Gosh. And what did you do when you were there? Like, what did you like surprised you? Like, what was like the experience like?
It was so cool. So I get there and I went to NASA Wallops, which is off the Atlantic Ocean, if I'm correct. I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, North Carolina. And which one? But
You're right though. You're good. You're good.
You're good. Keep going.
Solid.
I meet the team that I'm with, and I'm the youngest person, which was kind of
Wow.
nerve-wracking, and everyone was just so avid about space, and I'm here just, a space fan, just like, this is so crazy. I never even thought I'd be a NASA person. I've always appreciated it, and have looked up to space, like, growing up. I never thought I would ever tie into that because I'm not a sciencey person, so they drove us out to the facilities, and we got tours of everything, and they were saying, please take pictures, and I got to post so many things. They got to go show us where they made the rocket, which was so cool, and the rocket they're making for the next launch, which I hope I could go to, which would be so sweet. But it's just so cool to see what they do, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience because they don't take in guests. It was just so interesting to see everything, and everyone was just so genuinely happy to be there. Everyone at NASA, everyone that worked there was just so happy, and everyone that was there with me was just so happy. And I met a lot of cool people that I'm still friends with now, so that was really cool. And we're all hoping to go back one day because it was so fun. What else? Yeah, the launch was awesome, but there was a technical issue, so I had to unfortunately go home because I had a school,
Right.
classes to go to. But the entire experience was so amazing, and they've been so nice to us. I loved it. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Well, I'm just so proud. I mean, you're excellent at everything that you do. And so is your oboe around? Like, is it near you?
Yeah.
She's like, it's right here at all times.
I know. So you play, I want to get this right. So you play the oboe, and then do you also play the alto oboe?
So I play the three, sorry.
That's okay.
There's a oboe family, and there's 5 in the oboe family, and then I play 3 of them. The others are uncommon, but
okay.
Oboe D-Moore, and English horn, which is the second most popular. I own an English horn. It's unfortunately at school still, so that's great.
Oh yeah.
So here is the question. I mean, can you play something a little? I mean, can you do something?
I could take you guys back to my band.
Yes, we love it.
How long, as you're doing that, how long does it take to make a reed?
So there's a few steps to making reeds. I don't even know if I have my original cane, but the original cane looks like bamboo. We'll just say bamboo. It kind of does. It's in the bamboo family, the plant. So I buy the original plant, and then I have a machine at school that I go and split it and gouge it, and that's a whole process that usually whenever I gouge cane, it takes 1 hour to 2 hours because I do a batch of it. So I have a bunch of cane, and then I do everything in steps. And then I take my staples and you tie the reed. That's the shortest process. That takes like 5 minutes. And then the whole process of shaving the reed can take 2 to 7 hours, and breaking in. It depends.
Wow.
Yeah.
And can you not, my piano teacher told me to stop taking piano lessons because I was horrible. So let's know where this question's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
So, but how many, I mean, if you're making reeds all the time, clearly they break because it's a natural material, but can you not reuse them? Is it like you play it once and then it's done?
Yes. So, as a kid, I'd break them. Oh, literally and now I just dropped it.
Right on cue.
So funny. Yeah, right. so yeah, a lot of elementary school kids will tend to, they're so, sensitive and whatever. I whack them on things because I'm freaking little, whatever. But now saliva breaks down the cane. And that's all a part of breaking in the reed. So there's a process whenever you're trying to break in the reed to make it, the best it can be. And your saliva helps that. So you're all the time, but after a while your saliva breaks down the reed and it becomes worn out. And you can't bring it back to life by shaving it. You can only do that so many times though. So I usually go through like 1 to 2 reads, or 1 to 2 a week, maybe 3. It depends on how much I play.
Yeah.
Now I've been a little bit more efficient with, I'm home. I only have so much cane. I'm gonna have to order some soon. So I'm trying to be a little bit more, proactive about being efficient on keeping my reads as long as I can. And it's a big learning experience because I don't have my professor to help me make my reads at the moment. So I think I'm hopefully improving a lot as I'm home because it's, me or no one. But
I'm sure you are.
Well, let me ask this because you said you were splitting them at school. There's a machine. How do you split them at home?
can't.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go back to what I did in high school and order pre-gouged cane.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I could show you what it looks like. Oh yeah, here's some pre-gouged cane. So this is what
I love it.
Science lesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, come out please. This is pre-gouged cane. So
Oh, yeah.
cane that I gouged,
Okay.
it's ready for tying. But actually this one's way too thin, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, so I'll tie that to a staple, which is, come out please. A staple looks like this. So I'll tie the cane to the staple,
Oh.
do that,
Oh, wow.
reed string, and this is the most fun part is the reed because you can change up the colors.
Her mom's an English major teacher, so that's good that you switched.
Yeah.
Your,
Expected.
yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. That's all. I knew nothing about that.
I know. Isn't that cool? And
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, you can't just, you're practicing and playing, but then all of a sudden you have to like learn how to make learn how to make that.
Right.
It's amazing.
So fun. It's
Yeah.
Good.
All right, let's see what you have.
I want to hear.
Yeah, a couple, just.
Should I move you to my stand or should I take music over here?
Whatever is easiest for you.
Okay, let me see. I might be able to like sit and play so I don't have to move you guys.
Oh, that looks nice.
I know, it's like we set it up that way.
I know. Worked out well.
Okay. I'll just do some in this book that I'm working on.
So
Okay.
what piece are you practicing right now?
So right now, before I came home, I was working on the Vivaldi Concerto in A minor, and crucial time because I'm getting ready for my recital next semester, and I'm hoping to perform a full recital, which would be an hour, which would be so. I'm trying to get that all together, but with being home, my piece isn't on smart music, so I'm trying to see what else I could look at and work on. I'm just gonna work on a lot of rep this summer, I hope. And then, but right now it's Vivaldi. I've been working on Vivaldi for a while, and it's a beautiful piece. I picked a piece because I'm a musical player. Sorry, obviously. I'm a more emotional player with a lot of musicianship, so I'm working on pieces with more technicality that I'm not usually good at. So yeah, I haven't played yet, so.
That's okay.
We won't know.
Right, this might be weird, but I swear I'm looking at the music.
Okay.
You just do whatever you need.
Yeah.
All right. I'll play a little excerpt from.
Okay.
That's great.
Ready?
Yay!
So good. I'm like,
It's
she's
so-
crying.
It's so good. It's so pretty. It's what a beautiful instrument.
It is, but she has such a great, and the tone is so beautiful. I mean, I'm a horrible musician as it stands on its own, but the quality of how you play is just absolutely amazing. And you impress me every day. And
Yes.
It's crazy to see how much I do improve as time goes on. So
yeah, it's amazing. Well, thank you for.
Wait, I have one other question.
Go ahead.
So Jenny did this to my sister, so I'm putting her in the hot seat now.
Okay.
So to give us a story about your aunt or something that maybe we don't know about her.
Yai.
Yeah. And you call her Yai also. So
well, I have a good experience with Yai that actually made me want to pursue music. I could tell.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yai's probably responsible for me loving the arts because I love my family. They're just very, I grew up on NASCAR and soccer, so which I love. I love sports too. But Yai would always be the one that would take me to every show that she found. And that was our little thing. She'd pick me up. I was, really little all the time, and she'd take me to the symphony. That was like our thing. I think over Christmas usually we go to the symphony, and we would always, be there. And Broadway too. We went to a lot of Broadway shows. I had a musical theater phase, growing up too.
Yep.
So I remember one time we were sitting in the lobby of the PSO Symphony, and a bunch of harp players walked out, and they were these gorgeous harp players. I think I was 8. I think that was my age. Wow. And they all started playing together, and I looked at my aunt and I go, oh my gosh, I really want to do that one day. And then Yai goes, well, you are going to do that one day.
Aww.
And that was something that always stuck with me. I actually talked about it I had a speech for my speech class, and I talked about it.
That's amazing.
That story was so good. But it's something that was so cool because my senior year I actually got to open up for the PSO, just like those harp players. So that was really a big accomplishment for me, and something special for sure. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. That's a great story.
Sweet. She's insanely talented, and always one for new experiences and travel. You've traveled the world. I mean, you last summer or a couple of summers ago by yourself, and then we got to see you in Austria play. And that was probably I traveled more. My air travel was more time than I actually was in Austria. I was like, but just to get there.
It's awesome. What a great experience.
Yeah.
And the whole family, it was pretty incredible. But I will say all 6 of my nieces and nephews, I mean, just not biased at all, are pretty exceptional people. And Cam is keeping us entertained now with her.
Yeah.
I am a fan as well.
She's this performer. I think it's really interesting that the girls, and I love my nephews more than anything, but the girls are performers, and Kirsten has this, beautiful musicianship, and Cam is just, she just lights up the stage. She's on fire. She's this dancer, and she's excellent, and she's tiny, and it's like, so I saw you filmed one of her things. Well, she was doing that. I was laughing so much.
Yeah, she's playing Ghost. She does dance for me too, and she calls me all the time, and she goes, "Oh, dance class, I like dance."
I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I've been very blessed. But Kirsten, thank you.
K-Bear,
thank you. Always be my K-Bear. You will always be my K-Bear. Yeah. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm sure you have to go play and do things.
Gosh, yay! But
yeah.
I'll miss you guys.
All right, babes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.